Coach, you were 5-79 last year. Why the playoff talk?
Well, we made a couple of key trades, and we got the funk.
Oh, well, glory be, the funk's on me, Bobble.
Keep that funk alive. Keep that funk alive.
Well, it's 1975, and we just be keeping the funk alive. So what
Aloha and hello out there, everybody. What's going on? This is Miho with the Too Close to Call podcast series, and I am joined once again by my co-host Pags, who is back after a brief sabbatical, and he called me up and said, dude, I am just dying to talk about the number 43 on the 0 to 100 series.
43, we're bringing the heat. We got some names here, buddy. I thought 43 was going to be a drag, and then I took a little deep dive into 43 there, and what do you know? Not only locally, but also nationally, 43 is bringing the heat.
All right, well, who do you got locally here? Let's start there, since you called me with all this excitement and finally somebody to talk about.
So we got 43, I think the most prominent name in Philadelphia history is Darren Sproles, Mighty Mouse.
Oh, yeah, okay, Mighty Mouse. I like that.
The most all-purpose yards in NFL history. The dude was a stud with the Chargers, stud with the Saints. We haven't seen him lately with the Birds, but he's been a key point on this Philadelphia Eagles roster for the last 6 years.
Is that how long it's been already?
Dude, he's been with the Eagles more than he's been with any other team. It absolutely blew my mind.
Interesting. He's one of those guys where it's like, how long was he here? How long was he there? So after you said his name here, I typed him in. And first of all, Pags, have you heard this nickname for him? You called him what? Mighty Mouse?
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Pro Football Focus, he is also known as Lightning Bug.
Ooh.
I've never heard that before. That's stupid.
I think that's a dumb name. Lightning bugs are slow. You can catch them with your hands. Like, no.
Yeah, I swat those all the time. I mean, come on. That's not Darren Sproles.
Yeah. Just electric plays alone. The dude has so many plays in his highlight reel where you just are like, all right, no other person can make that play. And at his stature, I think that's what's catching up with him right now with his injury history. But with his stature, that dude should not be playing in the NFL, and he's been playing in the NFL for over 14 years.
Yeah, that's wild, man. 5'6", 190, three-time Pro Bowler, one-time Super Bowl champ, obviously with the Birds there in 17-18, I believe it was. Didn't play, but got himself a ring. And, yeah, as I'm diving in here, man, let's see. 5 years in San Diego. He played all 5 years. 3 years in New Orleans, played all 3 years. And then his first 3 years in Philly, played all year. And then, like you mentioned, man, just as recent as 17, when he was 34. That was the first time he had injury issues his entire career, and obviously that carried over into 18. So hopefully maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle here. You know, I don't need all 16 out of Darren this year, but more than 3 or 6 would be nice.
Yeah, that year of the Super Bowl was that was sucks because he tore his ACL and broke his freaking forearm on the same exact play. It just looked bad, but I remember the play with Wentz's rookie year against the Steelers where he throws a little dump pass there to him and Sproles makes it into a freaking 60-yard touchdown. The whole place goes bananas. Punt returns, everything, man. He was just a stud.
Well, hopefully we'll get one more ride out of him, and he can take that horse to the Old Town Road.
Yeah, that's where he's headed, man. I thought this past year was going to be it, but he wants to end on a high note. So hopefully the Birds can get another Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, get him into the Hall of Fame there. Exactly. Okay, so my guy came from the Phils, from the Diamond here, and the gentleman was only an All-Star one time, but don't let that defer you, as well as don't let the fact that he wore 11 different numbers throughout the course of his career defer you hear from Mr. 43 in red
11?
pinstripes. 11 different numbers, man. Pretty wild with, let's see here. Oh, my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 or 9 different teams.
Wow.
But Randy Wolf, man. You remember Randy?
I do. He was the first Philly that really popped in my head in my youth where I was watching, and I enjoyed watching him play. A lefty, had the Wolf Pack. Can't forget the Wolf Pack. That was the first time they really had.
Yeah, I used to love their, like, what the heck they did. They were like, ooh,
Yeah.
doing some sort of motion out there. But, dude, I feel bad for Randy now that I'm looking back on his stats. He was with the Phils from 99 to 06. So he just rode with them when they sucked. And then the moment they were getting good, they were like, nope, see ya, to the Dodgers. Later, bro.
So you said the Dodgers. I'd like to try to name the other teams that he's been on.
Oh, gosh, you're going to go off the cuff here.
Padres.
Yes.
Astros.
Yes.
Wow. That was a shot in the dark.
So we got Philly, Dodgers, San Diego, Astros. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
Brewers.
There's another one. These next ones are only for a year. I would have even had no idea.
Yeah, just give them to me. I can't. Those were the only ones I remember.
He was 0-5 for Detroit. He was 2-0 for Baltimore, and he was 1-3 for Miami.
Oh, God, those were the later years in Randy's career. But, hey, man, he was fun to watch, and he was literally the only one we could really get behind on those teams from 99 to 06.
Right,
I mean, those
big
teams
old
were
lefty
terrible.
curveball.
If it was him or you had Robert Persons coming out, you knew you weren't going to – Vicente Padilla.
Oh, man, Robert Persons. He used to hit home runs every now and then.
Yeah.
I was like,
God.
yes, this guy's the man.
Was there anyone nationally?
Oh, of course, man. It's the one name everybody should have thought of.
What's that?
Probably even ahead of Darren Sproles, but possibly the best safety to ever play the game, man. Troy Polamalu.
Oh, Mr. Head and Shoulders himself?
Yeah, dude. Number 43, 8-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 2010 Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, man. It's a shame this guy only played for, let's see, how many years was it? It wasn't as many as it should have been, I'll tell you that much.
Dude, leaping over piles, just like, he was everywhere. You had to know where that dude was on the field at all times, and I would guess that this year is going to be the year he gets into the Hall of Fame on his first try, because he sure just deserves it.
Yeah, I think he's a first ballot guy, man. If you look here, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row, and 7 out of 8 to the Pro Bowl, and 3 out of 4 from 08 to 2011, where he was first team All-Pro as well.
Yeah, the All-Pro, that's the one that really stands out, because that's the tough one to get. The Pro Bowl is more of a popularity contest, but when you're getting All-Pro after All-Pro, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, man. And I just remember him, like you said, jumping over the line and, like, the fake blitz. If he'd walk up, he'd turn around, and then he'd just, like, spin move, and the center would think he's not coming, and the quarterback would just shit his pants. Oh, those were the best.
Dude, I had a guy that I worked with, played with Troy at the Steelers. He said every day in practice, because he was a receiver, anytime you went across the middle, you were terrified, because Troy in practice went all out all the time and just freaking laid dudes out.
Now we got a little bit of Jonathan Abrams in him here, huh? Laying people out in Hard Knocks.
No doubt, man, no doubt.
All right, here we go. We got another baseball gentleman nationally, Dennis Eckersley, man. Hall of Famer, former MVP, Cy Young, World Series winner, 6-time All-Star. He was a stud, man, even though he's best known for probably giving up the home run to Kirk Gibson.
That's where I know him from. Was he a closer?
He was a closer, man. He was a Hall of Fame closer for sure.
And he got MVP?
He was a relief pitcher, and he got MVP. Let's scroll through it here if we can find out when it was. He won MVP in 1992. Went 7-1 with a 1.91 ERA and 51 saves.
Wow, that's impressive.
He got Cy Young and MVP.
Dude, that's not heard of nowadays.
There's arguments, and occasionally somebody will finish second or third, but for sure, man, he may be the last one. I don't know the last pitcher to win MVP. Let's see what Google has to say here. What are your guesses? Do you have any guesses while I'm typing?
Pitcher or relief pitcher?
Any of the above.
Clayton Kershaw.
Did he win it one year?
Yeah, I think he won it that one year.
2014, Clayton Kershaw.
Hey,
There you go. Good shit by you, man.
Baseball guy, baby.
Here we go. Let's really challenge you. Who was the last guy to do it in the American League?
Oh, man.
And I'm scrolling pretty low, it looks like here.
Dennis Eckersley?
Yeah, it may have been, brother. And I think it was in 1992.
Yeah.
Let's go. 2 for 2 bags.
So that's about it for 43 then?
Oh, no, my good sir. The greatest athlete of them all, according to the internet here, is NASCAR driver Richard Petty.
Oh my gosh. Can we classify him as an athlete? Do we want to get into this argument?
Oh, I think we should talk about it here because in
I'm
the
driving
43
my
car.
right now and I don't feel like an athlete.
Yeah, but you're not turning left constantly, so
That's true.
that takes a little bit of effort there. But in the 43 car, man, 192 wins, 526 top fives, 868 top 20s. Oh, here's a good stat for you. The amount of poles. He had 115 poles.
What does that mean?
That means he started the race number 1 because he had the fastest warm-up time or,
Damn.
qualifying lap or whatever it is.
No wonder he's fucking winning all the time.
Yeah, motherfucker's just cruising around doing his best Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby, Lightning McQueen, baby.
So, I don't know, man. You ever been in one of those NASCARs? Have you done that? Going, what?
I have not.
Almost
but I hear
200
it's
miles
awesome.
an hour, dude. These people are like inches from each other. I mean, I'll be on the highway going like 70, and if somebody gets close, it's like, yo, watch yourself now, brother.
Yeah, and these dudes are just fucking running into each other, bumping, and I mean, it is impressive to see what they do. Because you're right, they're like right on each other, and I'm sure there's a lot of strategy to it when you're going to pit and stuff like that. So, big ups for Richard Petty getting in there. Not Tom Petty, but Richard Petty.
Richard
Another
Petty.
hell of a mustache.
Slingshot. Slingshot. Oh, yeah, that's right, man. Eckersley and Petty with the mustaches. How about that,
Two
huh?
big mustaches coming in at 43.
I was going to say, that it's got my vote thus far for number 1 mustache number.
For sure. 43. Bringing the heat.
Bringing the facial hair heat, man. We'll have to keep our own little bracket there of best facial hair numbers.
Looking into next week, what do we got? 44. It's going to be interesting, man. We're going to have to do another deep dive because no 44s are coming to my head.
There's always somebody we find, though. Like Troy Polamalu. You should have had that one this week.
I should have. Him and Sproles. I didn't even think of him.
I would say I had Sproles because I literally only reason was because I was like, he's 40-something. He's coming up soon. And I was like, there he is. I thought so.
Damn. So, yeah, hey, 40s are bringing it. Unlike the late 30s, we're a little struggle to get through, but we're bringing it now with the 40s.
That's it. So follow us on the social media out there. Too Close to Call Cast. Hit us up on the hotline. Let us know who your favorite 43 is, or your favorite Darren Sproles or Randy Wolf memory, if you guys have one out there. And if you're a Steelers fan, talk to us about Troy Polamalu. I know we touched on a couple of his iconic plays, but there were more than 2 there. So let us know which ones you guys like the most.
Hit us up, and we love to hear back from you guys. We'll talk to you next with number 44. Later.
Peace.
Coach, you were 5-79 last year. Why the playoff talk?
Well, we made a couple of key trades, and we got the funk.
Oh, well, glory be, the funk's on me, Bobble. Keep that funk alive. Keep that funk alive.
Well, it's 1975.